it going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here with another episode of the Vampire Diaries, with episode 15 of season 3. Yeah, some great stuff with Esther, of course, as the ending of episode 13 provided. She came back, uniting all of the originals, and maybe uniting them in death, potentially. So, yeah, although, of course, there are suspicions about Elijah as well, especially with, the wine drinking he did. Speculate that he didn't take it, so yeah. But I'm looking forward to getting into this episode. It was really, really great stuff last time, and yeah, I'm really enjoying how things seem to be going at the minute. So with that said, it's episode 15 of season 3 for the Vampire Diaries. Let's go. Decline. Where? There we go. He's not wanting to hear it.
Stefan, hey,
Let's not hold our breath.
There it is. I was just expecting this. Oof.
Don't do anything to screw this up, Elena.
why are you doing this?
He's right, Klaus has to die, they all do.
See?
And if Elijah has to die, so be it. Democracy simply does not work.
Burned Sage. She was doing a privacy spell.
She fancies such things. When you ask Finn, he's been doting on her.
I don't trust Finn. He hates what we are, he always has.
It's not true. And as for Mother...
So I'm guessing Finn's the more level-headed one, maybe? I mean, that said, Elijah's here, but still.
And now I'm in the exact same position, and I'm just gonna let him die?
Yeah, the roles are reversed.
Doesn't feel right. Okay. First of all, this privacy spell is totally not working. Second, Elena, you are not doing this.
But she's helped, so she has a hand in this. Just drag him down with you.
Fine. Neither one of us gets her.
But that's what Klaus
Just make sure she
suggested.
doesn't screw up Esther's plan. In return, she said she only wants his family whole again.
When you asked to see me,
And maybe Klaus out of the equation will make the family whole again?
Could help.
Such thing as a black
She
sheep.
would find a way to kill Klaus. It's not just Klaus that she wants to kill.
She's gotta be honest, she feels like shit.
She wants to kill.
You just... Oh, shit! Damn, that was a powerful, stomp, though. And he just leaves her there. Great.
Compelled to forget.
Wait. You think the
So
killer's
you're suggesting the vampire... Yeah, the vampire
There are no
is...
other suspects. It's the obvious
Yeah.
conclusion.
Oh, come on now.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
not go blaming the new family in town just because you lot have got yourselves a killer at large.
Yeah, like, why look at me?
My brother.
You, mother and daughter,
Get a little bit of
the
juice.
bloodline made manifest. Tonight, my sisters, we shall bring peace to the spirits of nature that we serve, and for that, I thank you.
Yeah, well, things are gonna go down horribly.
By 9:07, the moon will be full. My mother will have the power she needs to kill me and my family. If you do not stop her before then, Rebecca will kill Elena. So we all have
Unless they
that plan.
find out where Elena
suggest you get
is.
started.
Oh, dearie. Yeah, I mean, this is survival for Elijah. It's not so much, I want to save Klaus, I want to live.
My life having idle chit-chat with a girl who literally stabbed me in the back. Of course not. But for some reason, everybody seems to want to bend over backwards to save your life, which is incredibly
I mean,
annoying,
she
but makes you the
has
perfect
made a greater
hostage.
reputation than you have, no offense, Rebecca. There's no way, though.
There's gotta be another way.
Yeah.
Well,
This...
what if I told you I had a less diabolical plan?
Well, let's go.
Another day,
Oh!
Elijah.
They're all linked.
Isn't she stunning?
She certainly looks good walking away from you.
Ah, wow.
Take that as a challenge.
He's so desperate to get on her good side.
My mother's released me from an eternity of shame. It's not a
He just
sacrifice,
hates.
it's a gift.
Yeah, he just hates being this way. Well, it's just very interesting how he's just not entertaining the idea of embracing who he is. He just despises it.
I'm pretty sure she told you to get lost. Pretty sure I don't care.
Oh my god, Cole. Oh.
Take a hint.
Oh shit, Alaric!
I should have killed you months ago.
Do it. So I'm gonna stop Esther from killing you.
What did you say about my mother?
Oh my
know I
god,
was
he
friends
really
with your
used that
mommy?
line.
Yeah, we have a lot in common. She hates you as much as I do.
You little bitch.
Ooh. Damn! There's the loophole.
What is this going to take care of you?
I don't trust her still. I don't trust her. Well, I don't know what to think, to be fair with her, but yeah. There's some shit she's
So how do we
pulling.
know?
Oh,
Heads
heads
up,
and
do it.
tails. Love it.
Tails, you do it.
Best of 3.
Awful lot of effort for someone who pretends not to care about her anymore.
Pot kettle, brother.
Yeah.
Let's pick it up where we left off.
Oh, boy. Oh, smart! You are, yeah.
Spontaneous. It's probably why David likes me so much.
I pretended to like you, and then I stuck a dagger in your back. I mean, that's why you slept with Damon, isn't it? That's why you're tormenting
I
me,
love how
because
she's
I hurt
creeping
your
inside her
feelings.
head like this. Smart play, Elena. Come on.
Enough. All this talk is boring me. End this now, Mother, or I'll send you back to hell.
Jeez.
For 1,000 years, I've been
You
forced
really
to
gonna,
watch
like,
you. Felt the pain of every
kill 2
victim.
parents in one season?
Suffered while you were a curse on this earth. Stretched out over generations.
Is Finn gonna have a change of
If you've
heart or
come to
something?
plead for your life,
From the witches, and the only way to cut her off is if one of you is no longer a witch.
Oh no.
It only hurt a second.
no. Sisters, do not abandon me.
Taking my time watching you suffer. Much more satisfying.
Yeah, she's gonna be. I mean, I'm disappointed. Not gonna lie, but she's gonna be absolutely, yeah, done.
Hey, because she loves you so much. But somehow she's always the one who gets hurt.
That's true. Bunny's always falling in shit.
Spent 146 years with someone, you kind of start to pick up on their tells.
And his
Here's the
brother.
question. How long has it been since your last drink?
He's going back to his old habits, really, in terms of
Since the
staying
night for
away.
Drive Elena off the Wickery Bridge.
Oh.
See? She didn't want me. It's for the best. I'm better at being the bad guy anyway.
There you go. You're just sinking back into that like hole of I'm the bad guy. That's me.
It's a gift, Elena. Carry it with you. As I will carry my regret. Always and forever. Elijah.
See, given Damon and what Stefan did, I love how Elijah's the one that's like, I'm sorry for what happened. I don't want any hard feelings to come in the way. Yeah.
Elijah, and rightly so. We deserve to live. We are better than they are.
Are we? Mother made us vampires. She didn't make us monsters. We did that to ourselves.
Holy shit. Elijah keeps coming out with the dubs. And, you know, that's why he's the best original.
Commander.
This can't be right.
A white oak tree 300 years after we fled back to the old world. There must have been a sapling, a new tree to replace the old.
Holy shit.
It's not over, Nick.
Oh, damn.
You weren't supposed to see that.
Oh my fucking god. Right. We need to stop killing Alaric, okay? This is getting very fucking frustrating. I mean, to be fair, she could have grazed him in the shoulder or whatever, right? That won't kill him, but... So I'm guessing Meredith, I mean, I was writing her out, but I guess Meredith did do shit? Because I was about to say when he pulled out the dagger, okay, someone might have planted it there because I still don't think it's her. This could, red herring. This could just make, you know, Meredith look bad, but Meredith just comes out and says, you know what, you weren't supposed to see that, shame! So that's damning. Yeah, Esther's plan was never, ever, ever going to work. But the circumstances on how we would stop said plan from happening was going to be very interesting, because there was a moment I thought that Finn was going to pull the old switcheroo where he, of course, said, you know, I hate about being me, I hate who I am, and then he would just betray Esther. But it had to happen in terms of, you know, what Damon did, and yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all about Elena at the end of the day. And even Elijah feels like shit about it, but about what he did to Elena and how he put her in harm's way, but yeah. Well, where to start with that one, eh? Oh, I mean, like I said, we knew that Meredith wasn't going to kill them all. And something would have happened. Whether... And if one of the Bennetts were going to die, it was going to be Abby, because... I don't think we would get rid of Bonnie that, you know, I mean, we've come close a couple of times, but, you know, Abby is like a perfect, I guess, well, not just in terms of, I would say throwaway, because she's just new, but, of course, there lies the agony of her being turned into a vampire, as well as Bonnie as well, like being on the receiving end. Everyone around her just keeps like she is a curse, if anything. That's what would be going through her head. So yeah. And you know, you are low-key disappointed in what Damon had to do, even though that Stefan should have done it, but he further explained himself about why he did it. It sucked. Sure, but I mean, obviously he was going to look out for Elena, and that was the alternative. And it's always going to be this call about Elena's always going to die. If the originals are going to die, then you know she would. But at the same time, she also feels guilty about Elijah, especially with the fact that she was very against the idea about Elijah dying. So. There was, of course, that bit of conflict, but still, at the end of the day, Damon was doing this for Elena's sake, as well as to preserve Stefan, really, because, you know, he knew the signs about Stefan and how he clearly wants to go back to the old ways, which... Ooh, pardon me. It became pretty evident, that aspect, like, especially the shots of him looking at the blood. There's that temptation, but, it's just like he can't go back to it. The idea, there's a part of his mind that is screaming that it makes him sick to even flirt with the idea of having blood. So, and it was pretty apparent, wasn't it, in terms of Stefan wanting to go back to who he was, wanting to go back as Stefan of old, who we saw in like season 1. So yeah, but even that is going to be a bit of a journey given everything that has happened. So we are cracking into those vulnerable layers again for Stefan, which is great. But like I said, it's gonna take some time if Stefan wants to go back to his season 1 self. But also in that moment, you got Damon saying that he flat out still loves Elena, but he also has that idea that I do, except I know that she doesn't want. Well, I guess either of us at this moment. So, but it gives Stefan that chance. Should he be on the road to recovery. But you have that moment where he is admitting not just that, but also, look, I know you're on the road to recovery, and that's why I'm taking the fall. If anyone's going to take the fall, it's me, because I'm the bad guy, remember? So, and, whereas he did that to Abby and everything, and, some people might just think that, Damon was out of line and all of that. He also had motive to why he did that to Abby. It's not like he did this for kicks, or he wanted, the Bennetts to suffer. Elena was at stake, and so was Stefan's morality. So if anyone's going to take the fault, if anyone's got something to lose, it's Damon in terms of that, I guess, honor, really, because he's happy enough to take the fall rather than the fall of Elena's life, or the fall of, to kick Stefan down when he's trying to climb back up. So he's not, and this is a way, and he's not going to let Elena die whatsoever. That's been made apparent, so he's got to have to do it. It sucks, sure, but he like I said, it's not for kicks or anything like that. He's putting thought and emotion into this. So yeah, and sadly, just Abby just had to pay the price, really. Otherwise, Elena would have. So. Yeah, but as well as the fact that deep down Elena didn't want Elijah to die, but that was also the price. So, yeah. But I also got to commend Elijah as well. It was just very interesting going into his story as well, because obviously he was not. Of course, he knew. He read the room about the fact that Esther wanted to kill them all. But I loved the turnaround he came with at the very end of the episode. And I think Esther's speech, just essentially shaming the originals for their lack of living, their lack of of gifting, I would say, that they've provided to the world. That really rattled something in his mind, because, she was just saying about the fact that, after Elijah said, "Oh, you thought that, whatever you're doing is great. You're killing your own children." But of course, she was just fighting back with the idea that you've wasted all of your lives terrorized. You could have done so much more, and instead you decide to throw it away to lead to the dark side of the Force, essentially, and. That really hit. That was like a train hitting a person for Elijah. Rebecca wasn't there, but Klaus was there, but to be fair, he's not really one to have that notability, that noble side of him. I can't say the word for some reason, but he's very, very noble. He's wanting to be a very honorable person, is Elijah, Klaus on the other hand, yeah. But that really did hit Elijah like a train, because he was very, very disgusted. So, and it was just very interesting with him delving into that like moral side of things, and that's why Elijah is like one of my he has such like, even if it's on a detrimental effect or not, he really puts in a lot of thought in regards to the decisions he makes. And even shoving Elena with Rebecca, it really, disgusted him. He even said that letter saying, no, it's nothing personal, and I, don't despise you, and I don't want, I don't want this dynamic to be like, I'm just another original trying to get you out. It's just that I just had to use something as leverage, really, in order to stop my mom from killing this family. He's always going to love his family, and he's always going to cherish them, and their lives are at stake. And he does feel bad about it. He could not, but he does feel bad about it, because he's very noble, he's very honorable, and he's just a really, really fascinating character to watch. Like, especially when he has these moments of, questioning his moral compass, and she was right. Esther was right. And the fact, and that line about the fact that, she didn't turn us into monsters, we chose to become the monsters, that really hit like crack. Just because of how well executed it was. And yeah. And it is just a tragic tale, really, that Elijah is subscribed to. And there you can have a bit of empathy, because, again, with Finn, the one that hates himself because of who he is, he does have that. It is really great to go into these dynamics of the originals, because you've got some who are embracing and cherishing who they are, and you've got some people like Finn who just hate themselves, and you've got Elijah who, is embracing who he is, but he also doesn't want to be nefarious, and he always wants to try and back his moves up in a very honorable and noble sense. And even if they are very, very harsh decisions that he makes, he will feel like shit, like he does with Elena. So I really, really did enjoy like Elijah's contribution into this. Yeah. It was, and you do always love the moments with Elena and Elijah. So, yeah, but it was just, really, really solid stuff. So, yeah. Rebecca was absolutely intense as well. Like, you thought as well, when Elena was in the safe zone, where no vampire can cross the boundary, you thought, well, Rebecca's screwed now, and then Rebecca, just using her mind, was like, oh, well, I can't cross here, but you know what can? Fire. So, yeah, props to Rebecca. Not that you want Elena dead, but, some people would stop and be like, you know what? I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just wait it out until you're fucking desperate for food or whatever, and I can watch you struggle. But, setting her on fire is a way as well, so, yeah. But it was just really, really great as well, with Elena trying to, talk to Rebecca, and try to, channel that idea. Do you really want this, etc.? So, yeah. And... yeah, with the fact that, like, she's given that idea of revenge, it was a really, really nice way for Elena to ingrain that in her mind, really. So, oh yeah, but like I said, I did really love that talk, but I loved the smarts that Rebecca utilized. So, it was going to be very, very intense, because obviously, as alluded, Rebecca has not let that stabbing on the back go. Understandably, I guess, from Rebecca's side of things. So, yeah. And yeah, I will say as well, before I move on to the whole Alaric situation, I did find it weird that cut between the penultimate and the last scene when obviously Rebecca was fretting about the fact that we're not out of the woods yet, with the oak tree still a thing. There was a cut to obviously Alaric waking up. I felt like that was a weird cut. I don't know if it was just me, but I felt like that was just stapled on to the ending of the episode. Like, originally the ending was Rebecca being worried about the tree that would have been growing and all of that. But they were like, oh shit, yeah, we forgot to include Alaric getting shot by Dr. Fell. So, yeah. And it seems like there is the indication that, yeah, she is the killer. So, and I dismissed it because of the fact that, well, it's too obvious, isn't it? Like, especially when it was her ex that got stabbed first. And, all signs pointing towards her. I'm like, nah, it's got, some shows do pull out a bit of a twist. But to be fair, I know this is not the most engaging storyline at the minute. So they might be like, well, not everything has to have some massive big twist, etc. And this is a case of that. So, maybe the obvious is the obvious. And I know I've been saying that quite a few times because there's been a few obvious resolutions in terms of, certain mystiques, etc. But yeah, I've been saying that quite a bit, as of this past week. But again, sometimes it is just the obvious case, I guess. And there's nothing wrong with that. But your mind's automatically thinking, well, there's going to be a twist in the line. And sometimes, one add one is two. There's no, switcheroo around this. There's no, mind boggle to make you have a double take. Sometimes it's going to be Dr. Fell being Miss Stabby? Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't know where Alaric got shot at as well. So he could have gotten shot in the heart, which would suck for him. Because look, I feel so bad for Alaric, and given this season, he as well as the fact that his mental health has just been taking a bit of a dive as well, given obviously Jenna and everything. The talk he had. He's just been downbeating himself. He's just been through the ring. He is absolutely disheveled as Alaric. And, you just got to think, how is he still keeping it together? So, because he has been through it. And now he's gotten shot by Dr. Fell, so that's another physical injury to add to the list. The guy is an absolute wreck, and you know what? Season 4, he just needs a vacay. He just needs to do what Jeremy did, except not be compelled, and just take the vacay. Come back in season 5 and you'll be fresh as a daisy, because this season he has just been fucked up left, right, and center, and it's just like, my guy, you're gonna collapse one of these days. So and you're gonna be out for days. So because he had that scuffle earlier on with the whole Klaus debacle, and he got messed up there. Now he's gotten shot. Guy needs a break. So, and we've still got several more episodes left this season. So, pending he doesn't die between, now and the end of the season, but I don't think he will. I just think he's just going to get the shit beaten out of him more and more, because apparently Alaric's a punch bag, and that's his purpose in the show, so... yeah, but no, in all seriousness, we'll see what happens with, the cat being out the bag, I guess, with Dr. Fell, so... Yeah, but, yeah, this was a very fascinating episode. Like I said, I didn't expect Esther's plan to work. There was going to be some way to screw, this plan up where all the originals would not die. Because there was also that brief moment, which was kind of cool to see as well, where they were all synced up when Cole got the unfortunate stabbing. So, but more so, there was that moment where Klaus didn't really feel much. He didn't exactly go into the decayed mode. And I think that's obviously got to do with the whole hybrid situation. So it's just, yeah, that won't exactly stop matters. But it would just be like heartburn or something like that. Or if he, had a bit of a Stitch moment. Yeah, it would be like that for him. That's what I can compare it to. Whereas everyone else just decided, you know what, I'm taking 5. So, yeah, but... yeah, it was a really, really solid episode. Another one for season 3. Season 3's just been killing it this season, so yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to be very difficult to determine whether season 2 or season 3 is, the best season, because they've so far just been absolute bangers. And yeah, so but yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!